Electricity Sector Association of Kenya, ESAK, has the vision to work together with other stakeholders to continue with transforming the electricity sector in Kenya. But what is the importance of such an association?
As we explore the vision of ESAK, the end game for us is to have a sector that is both fair and transparent, that accords everyone the opportunities to actually invest, build their projects, and successfully run them, while at the same time ensuring that we, as an electricity sector, enable the economy of Kenya to grow through having the right prices or right conditions for electricity supply, and also to encourage our population and our customer base to actually use more electricity for productive activities. This is what we want to achieve with the ESAK.
One of the things that the association will do is to, of course, be the mouthpiece of all the players in the electricity sector. But above that, to be able to propose to government ways and means of, say, increasing demand, of effectively distributing and transmitting and generating electricity, increasing the manpower, the trained manpower requirements in that particular industry, because every generator that comes with a technology, and Kenyans get an opportunity to be trained in this particular area.
And one of the important things, or one of the things we need to understand is, for any meaningful development to occur, and right now Kenya is pushing the big four, we require reliable, quality, and fairly priced electricity, which is what we are here to do within reason.
Kenya's current installed generation capacity is about 3,000 megawatts. Today, it is approximated that 70% of Kenyans have access to electricity, one of the highest access rates in sub-Saharan Africa. But this did not come without challenges in the electricity sector in the country.
Prior to ESAK, we had situations where you'd engage directly with government at the risk of being victimized. And two, since different players had different perspectives, desires, and needs, they'd engage government differently.
We have faced challenges. Perhaps those challenges have stemmed from inadequate planning. Maybe there's been a lack of communication happening or information sharing happening between the public and private sector.
The industrial space in Kenya had in the recent past been suffering from issues around quality of supply, whether there's under voltages, over voltages, brownouts, blackouts, and because of this, there has been a trend to install some of their own generation.
So one of the biggest challenges that we faced historically in the energy sector, and perhaps we're still going through it now, with the hopes that we can find a solution and effect meaningful change in the sector, is the stalemate that we've faced when it comes to getting projects onto the grid, getting increased capacity, megawatt capacity into the grid.
Before ESAK started, all IPP issues that needed some kind of common stance would go through the Kenya Private Sector Alliance's Energy and Extractive Sector Board. And we noticed that within the board, we were dealing with a wide set of issues, from petroleum to electricity to mining, and we never got a real opportunity to go deeper on the issues on electricity. With this in mind, we then also, through the encouragement of the then chair, Engineer James Mwangi, we decided to bring ourselves together as the people interested in electricity within that sector board, and form an association that would then really day-to-day work on the issues that the members were facing.
It's been quite the journey and a lesson in the power of influence and persuasion. And with every journey, there are usually some pivot points. And for us, that was 2020. It was a tough time for everyone. And we saw stakeholders and investors look for community through the ESAK platform. And it was such an important time for us to come together and try and tackle some of the challenges that we are facing in the sector.
One of the things that stands out for me is how they've been able to bring members together to address issues that affect the sector.
So the ESAK journey has been one of growth, and they say growth is beautiful and painful, and that's exactly how it's been. It's been 2 years since we started in 2019. Started off with a very small, lean team. I think we were around maybe 5 people. And since then, we've grown from having 5 companies in 2019 to 40 members across different technologies: wind, solar, hydro, geothermal, and thermal as well. And this represents over 700 megawatts of the installed capacity in Kenya.
Yeah, so I think ESAK, its formation, and especially when we became members, happened at the opportune time. I think what's been missing historically for all the players in the sector, but probably more so on the private sector side, is having the ability to speak as one voice, to come together and to address challenges that affect each and every one of us, and to have a common voice with which to speak and engage with the public sector, and to try and resolve issues.
ESAK has finally managed to bring together players in the power industry, from generators, investors, contractors, and service providers for the entire value chain, which makes engaging with government, the utilities, much easier when we have common issues to discuss.
For us to be able to connect all these activities from the private sector perspective, it is important that we come together as players in the electricity sector from the private sector to be able to put our hands together and be able to achieve our mandate, or rather, or the vision that we have for electricity supply in this country.
Today, ESAK is focused on dealing with the day-to-day issues that have arisen in the recent past. So our activities have been mostly bringing people together to gather views on specific topics and give feedback on bills, on acts of parliament, on regulations, and certain policy statements that come out. But the vision, the idea for ESAK is to actually, together with other state and non-state parties, collaboratively work towards transforming the electricity sector.
So ESAK's vision is to lead Kenya's electricity sector to world-class standards. And one of the ways we're looking to do this is to partner and collaborate with global organizations. Some of our partners, like Global Wind Energy Council, that promotes wind energy, has been with us since the beginning of this year and have been very valuable in driving initiatives on the ground in order to promote renewable energy. Another partner is Rest for Africa. They've been very instrumental over the last years when it comes to promoting mini-grid initiatives and also overall renewable energy projects and developments in Kenya.
Together with ESAK, we're able to support the sustainable long-term growth of Kenya's wind sector. We are working together to align economic, energy, and environmental priorities for the benefit of the Kenyan people and the climate.
We are very pleased to have a partnership agreement with the association like ESAK, which gathers all the local stakeholders from the sector, the industry in a country like Kenya. And because they have a much better understanding of the local content and the challenges, opportunities specific.
it is an honor to work side by side in promoting the sustainable energy agenda. Congratulations to the Electricity Sector Association of Kenya.
This day to me, I feel very proud to be part of it. Launching ESAK, it's a dream come true that with the people in the electricity sector, the private sector players in the electricity sector have come together to form this particular body. This, I believe, will go a long way in assisting the government in running the electricity sector.
This launch is important because as you can see, most of the participants here are not only the membership of the ESAK, but other stakeholders in the sector. And this launch creates a platform for them to get to know us, for us to start that journey of working together with them.
So it's without a doubt a very critical time for the Kenya electricity space. And in order for us to be innovative and act with speed, we need all hands on deck. We welcome all private sector players active in the electricity space, be it an IPP, project developer, or investor. We're looking forward to having you as part of the association.